Hello and welcome to another edition of RU News. I'm Abby Higginbotham.
And I'm Darius Stewart. We're joining you to bring news from around campus and Kansas City every Tuesday. Let's start today's show with a look at the Chiefs victory parade from this last Wednesday. Jasmine was on the scene.
What's up, Ruse? I'm downtown Kansas City. As you can see behind me, we have tons of fans down here ready for the parade. It's supposed to start in about an hour, but as you can see, everyone is super excited. They are doing the tomahawk chop. We're going to interview some people and see how they feel about things and see how excited everybody is.
What's it like being here? Energy good?
Oh yeah, it's amazing. People need to hype it up a little bit, but you know, yeah, let's get loud, boys. We won the Super Bowl. Yeah, let's go Chiefs!
How excited are you guys to be here?
I'm so excited, man. It's unbelievable. I can't believe we did it. Definitely, man. The Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Oh man, it's crazy. Pumped up, man.
How excited are you guys for today's parade?
Super stoked, right? Who are you most excited to see? You're wearing Kelsey jersey. Is it Kelsey though, or is it going to be more like Mahomes?
It's going to be more like Derek Thomas.
There you go, Derek Thomas too.
What about you? Who are you most excited to see?
I'm most excited to see Mahomes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm most excited to see Damian Williams out there. I feel like he should have got that Super Bowl MVP for his contributions.
All right, so how's business doing today?
You know what? Normally it would be much faster, but I guess because of the weather, you have so many different vendors, you know, but a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, so I'm not going nowhere.
All right.
How long have you been out here this morning?
Since about 8 o'clock.
We got here at about 10.
All right, do you like the energy here? Having fun?
Oh yeah, it is.
All right, once in a lifetime opportunity, right?
That's why we came.
Yeah!
Glee for Tide.
I'm Jasmine Jones. This is RU News.
Thanks, Jasmine. UMKC is making more big changes by removing anchor and discourse classes. They will be replaced with what will be known as the General Education Core 2.0, which intends to meet requirements outlined in Missouri House Bill 2651, the Higher Education Core Curriculum Transfer Act. Developed in 2016 and approved by Provost Barbara Bickelmeyer in March 2017, this new program intends on being student-friendly with clear intentions and expectations for graduation.
Recently, ASUM, a nonpartisan internship program, held a week-long drive to get students registered to vote. Many students volunteered to help others register in booths across campus. The last day to register for Missouri's presidential primary is February 12th, and the primary itself is held on March 10th. Statistically, young voters have always possessed the most consistently low voter turnout in history. ASUM hopes to change this by helping younger people get more involved with policies that will actively affect them.
Hi, I'm Allison Harris with RU News. We're here talking to some volunteers in the library for ASUM's voter registration drive.
ASUM is hosting a campus-wide voter registration drive for the week of February 3rd to the 7th in honor of the presidential primaries in March 10th. The last day to register to vote for that is February 12th, hence why we're doing it for the whole week, because we want students to go out and vote and participate and engage in their civic duties. So our Constitution calls for a monthly voter registration drive, so about 10 hours for the whole semester. But obviously we are doing extra with this week-long one because we really want students to be registered to vote. There are multiple reasons why I think youth vote is very low. I think the first one might be because of busyness. A lot of us are in school, have jobs, some people, and possibly a lot of us also don't really see the effects or the difference when they do vote. There are far too many people out there who are under the mindset that their vote doesn't matter. ASUM uses an online tool called Turbo Vote, which is specifically designed for busy college students. And what it does is if you register through Turbo Vote, it will not only lead you to the specific state that you reside in, but it will also give you email alerts, text alerts for any elections coming up or any deadlines coming up in terms of registration. So it's something that we have invested in as an organization, and it's something that we see that works a lot for people's schedules.
I think we're a very disenfranchised crowd in the total electorate of the United States, and so I think it's really important that we are represented not only in Missouri but all around the nation, and so it's important that people are aware that they can register easily by just scanning a QR code.
The term fake news has become increasingly popular when describing the media. Finding trustworthy news has become a challenge. However, students in the UM system are working to fight this by creating programs to recognize fake and altered media. The software was developed as a part of the Student Innovation Competition at the University of Missouri's Reynolds Journalism Institute. The contest began in September of 2019, and 5 teams were selected as finalists in December, 3 being UMKC teams and the other 2 being from Mizzou. In the final competition, each team was given time to pitch their ideas and answer questions from a panel of judges and the public. 2 of our very own UMKC teams placed 2nd and 3rd.
This week, we dive into our second installment of our 3-week piece on SGA. We sat down with the Legislative Branch and talked to Emma Weiler, Speaker of the Senate, and other members to see what is to come. We go to Jacob Lee for more on the story.
What's up, Ruse? It's Jacob Lee reporting at the Student Union, talking with the student government about the new positions. Let's check it out.
So the Supreme Court at UMKC was just established. We just created, we added it to the Constitution, so there's term limits and all of that is laid out in our Constitution. Justice has nominated all of the candidates thus far but 1, and we have vetted all but 2. So we have 1 nominee that has been nominated that we have not vetted yet. And the vetting process just looks like just an interview that we conduct based on our knowledge of SGA and what we find valuable in a Supreme Court as the legislative branch.
The further along into student government I got, the more I realized that there are some real issues on campus that are really affecting people. And so when I was a senator last year, that's when we passed the library referendum, which had a huge positive impact on students. I still hear today about students coming up to me and saying, you know, thank you, we use this a lot, it's been really great. So I always love to hear that. And now we're working on the counseling center referendum, which again will just really positively impact students. I know personally, I've gone to the wellness center before and the counseling center before, and it takes a long time to get in, too long to get in, especially for the counseling center. So just the potential to give them some more money to improve their hours, to hire more staff can really, really impact students in a positive way and is so necessary.
Rue up and out. Thanks for watching.
That's it for today's top stories. Next, let's go to our sports correspondent, Sarah Battle.
Thanks, guys. First up, Kansas City women's basketball team brushed by UT Rio Grande Valley 72-58 last Thursday at the Swinney Center. The team was led by senior guard Erica Mattingly with 17 points and 9 assists, which led the team. On Saturday, the Roos followed up that victory with another impressive win against New Mexico State by the score of 55-50. Kansas City men's basketball team suffered 2 tough losses this past week. Last Thursday, the Roos struggled in their 73-60 loss to UT Rio Grande Valley. Saturday night, the Roos fell just short in front of a sold-out crowd to New Mexico State, 67-61. Forward Jordan Giles had a stellar performance with 20 points and 7 boards, but was not enough as New Mexico State took over late. Coming up this Thursday, the women's basketball team hosts Grand Canyon at 6 p.m. This game will be followed by the men's basketball team when they go up against Grand Canyon at Swinney Center at 8 p.m. That's your Kansas City Sports Update. I'm Sarah Battle with Rue News. Back to you, Darius and Abby.
Thanks, Sarah. So that's all we have for you today. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Rue News. I'm Abby Higginbotham.
And I'm Darius Stewart. See you next Tuesday.
1, 2, 3, go team! Go Chiefs! Go Chiefs!
Go Chiefs!